I created a fundraiser basically till the end of the month, trying to raise as much money as possible. My goal was set for $5,000. My original goal before actually creating the fundraiser and recording the episode, I was gonna shoot for 500, and I thought about it. I thought about the 10x rule. I know the 10x rule would have been 50,000, or no, I'm right. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I thought about the 10x rule and just everything, and I was like, you know what? I was like, screw it. Let's shoot for 5,000, because why not? Because if I can shoot for 5,000, and even if I end up with only 600, that's still $100 more than I was originally gonna go for. So I'm not gonna complain. As of right now, the campaign is at $215. We've had 5 donors. I am one. At the moment, I am the highest donor. We got 24 days left until the fundraiser is over, but I'm hoping to just get more as the time goes. I mean, there's still 24 days. There's a lot. There's a lot that can happen in that amount of time. So I'm hoping that by the end of it, we're sitting all right. I mean, I will let you guys know that the fundraiser link is going to be in the description. So please be sure to go down there if you guys are willing. I just want anyone to donate. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $5, $10. Every dollar counts, and that's all that matters. I mean, it only takes $40 to raise enough money to basically supply one person with clean water. And so far we've been able to supply, I think, 5 people, and it's like, hey, that's something that's changing someone's life. And to me, that's all that matters. It's like, I want to see this do well. I want to see this break 500 for sure, at least. I want to, if this could hit $5,000, that would be amazing too. Like, that'd be even better. But it's like, I wanted to donate myself. I wanted to kind of get the ball rolling. So yeah, I donated $75 out of my own pocket. I'm probably gonna put more because I want, to me, there's also an extent where it's like, people need that money more than I do. If that money goes to paying for a well, paying for the everything that implies between the construction, if that pays the salaries of people in Africa to go build these wells, or anywhere else, or build any of these projects, or if it pays for the fuel just to get the trucks out there. Like, I mean, right now we're in a really crappy economic times to begin with. We're in a recession, but it's like the whole world is struggling right now. So it's like people in other countries are going to be struggling a lot worse than we are. I think it was a few weeks ago, I thought I heard Iran's inflation is up 50% right now, which is ridiculous. Like, yeah, it sucks for us right now, but it's not that bad. So it's like everybody else is struggling. It's not just us. So if there's anybody that's going to need help and still need donations and funding, it's going to be charities in a time like now. It's like people are going to be less likely to donate because of the situation we're in. But you know what? Like, I still want to be able to do my part. And if there's going to be any time that they're probably going to need as much money as possible, it's going to be now. So if you guys do want to donate, please go. Don't hesitate. Go for it. It was a very fun episode. I enjoyed it. It's structured. I tried doing like more with it and stuff, and it was a very cool topic, because just it's such life-changing stuff, and some of the stories you hear and you read about, like, or well, I read about, it was very touching, and it definitely touched like a deep point in me, and I think as every person it would, in the sense of just like touching a deep part of your humanity, and the sense of seeing people struggle and hearing these stories. It hits you just somewhere other stuff just doesn't. And like, human suffering to me has always been something I hated, even at a very young age. When I first um, went to Indy. Like, was the first time I ever had witnessed a homeless person. And as a kid, I couldn't necessarily wrap my head around it in the sense of why they're homeless, why no one's there to help, why this is happening, and why people just walk past them and these people are stuck on the streets. It it was the first, I guess, it was my first like real lesson in life to kind of see the hardships and like see people suffering, and I didn't know what to think, and it just made my heart hurt. Like, it at a very young age, I hated it. If I had any opportunity to as a kid, even if I had a couple bucks, I would give money to the homeless. Like, whatever I had at the time, I would try to give something. $10, $20, whatever. I've gave some food one time that I just happened to have when I was in DC. A lot of stuff. I just hate to see that people are struggling when I know I don't have a lot compared to some people. Like, there's people that's had shit way better than I do. But at the same time, I'm not in the same situation as a lot of people. And it's like, if I can do anything to help, I want to try. And I think that's something I've always wanted to do. I mean, it's been in the back of my mind for years that something I would love to do if I had the opportunity was to start my own nonprofit. I wasn't necessarily sure what I wanted to do and what exactly I wanted the nonprofit to be for, but I do think the thing that had me for a long time was the homelessness crisis and trying to find a solution, because there's ways around it. It's just there's no governmental organizations that necessarily handle it well, and to me it's like, okay, if you got to do it privately, maybe that's what you need to try doing. So it's been in the back of my mind to always want to start a charity, and hopefully that's something in my future, sometime in life, to be able to do something like that and help people. And I think that's also one reason why I was so I guess like drawn to Mr. Beast at one point, especially when he was in his younger stages. I mean, he still does a lot and he gives a lot of money away, but when he was doing videos about like spending $40,000 or something on supplies for like a homeless shelter and giving stuff to Salvation Army and going to like Walmart and spending 20 grand on towels and food and buying out stores and giving food away and like doing all this stuff, like, and I think that's still in him. Like, that's why he started Beast Philanthropy, and like that's what he's still doing now. He's feeding people in poverty that are struggling. So it's still there, and that, I think, because even as a kid I was a part of stuff like that. I helped with food pantries and food drives and handed out food and volunteered time and did stuff. I bought in 4-H, something that we always did was buy families like Christmas presents, and we'd do stuff and we'd wrap them and pick stuff out for the kids and basically have like sponsor a family or two and stuff like that. And it's like I loved doing that. It was a lot of fun, and I think that was probably the reason why I ended up loving giving gifts as when it came to Christmas, not even necessarily receiving. I think that was kind of the start of it. Even though I never met these kids in this family and never saw their faces afterwards, just knowing that it's going to them and imagining the joy on these kids' face because they didn't know they were going to get anything, and we're out here getting them stuff just to deal with the cold, coats, gloves, hats, but also trying to find toys and stuff they really like, and like just something that they're able to open up on Christmas and just make their day great. And it's just the little things. It's nice. If someone's never volunteered time or money or volunteered with charities, I think you should, like doing food drives and helping and do stuff around that in your community. I haven't done it in a while. I definitely should, but it's just it gives you a larger perspective on life, and it's kind of perspective changing, I guess, and I think that's why it's like, to me, donating to charity water isn't a burden, because it's like I know I can figure myself out. Like if I donate money, it's like I know I'm fine. It's like I'll donate more if I need to or I want to, because the more people I know that I'm able to help, the better. And it makes me feel better. Like there's been studies done, like giving money away, or not giving money away, but helping others and giving back and doing stuff has been shown to just make you live a happier life. Philanthropy is definitely like one of the greatest things that another human can do, and it is known to bring almost the largest amounts of joy to people. And it's something I'd love to do more of for sure, and I need to. So please, if you guys want to, please go donate. I do appreciate it, and I want to change as many lives as possible. I'm definitely going to do a fundraiser next year and so on, and I'm going to do it more often just because it's a great cause, and it's like if I can raise more money for them, why not?